By the end of this effect, your audience will swear that fate just stepped in. Performed with any shuffled deck, this self-working miracle never fails to impress. So, grab a deck, hit subscribe for more amazing tricks, and let's dive in to the incredible. Okay, so as ever, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself and experiment in unbelievable coincidence. And to make sure the experiment is as fair as possible, we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So just hand the cards to a spectator. They can shuffle those as much as they like. They really are mixed. You're now going to take the deck and you're just going to divide the cards so that you have some cards and the spectator has some cards. So you're just going to place some cards down in front of yourself, and also just some cards in front of the spectator. And you're going to try to divide the cards so you have about the same number each. So let's see, just a few more cards here and just a few more here. That looks just about fine. Now you're going to explain to the spectator that sometimes things happen with cards which are so unbelievable that they can only be explained by coincidence. And moreover, this coincidence can often be encouraged by carrying out particular sets of actions. And so now you're going to ask the spectator just to turn their pack face down like yours and to copy exactly what you do. Firstly, you're just going to cut a number of cards to the table, and this really is a free cut. You're going to cut the pack anywhere. You're then going to take the remaining cards that you're holding here and just give these a good shuffle. You're going to shuffle these as much as you like to prove they really are mixed. You're then going to take one single card from the face down pack here and place it on the cards that you're holding. And then you're going to turn this pack over and place it on top of the tabled pack. At the end of that, the tabled pack here now contains one random reversed card. And so now you're going to ask the spectator to take their cards here and to copy exactly the moves that you just carried out. So the spectator will firstly just cut any number of cards to the table. Once again, this is a totally free cut. They can cut the cards wherever they like. They'll now take the remaining cards here and just as you did, give these a shuffle, and they really can shuffle these cards until they're happy they really are mixed. They'll now take the top card from their tabled pack here and place it on top of the cards they're holding. They'll turn these cards over and place them on top of the tabled pack. At the end of that, you now have a pack containing a single reversed card, and the spectator has a pack containing a single reversed card, emphasizing that a shuffled deck was divided in two and then has been freely cut and shuffled further since. There's absolutely no way that you could know which cards have been reversed. You can also point out that you've carried out exactly the same actions with the cards, and often that can lead to similar results. So now it's time to check the results. You can now just take your pack here as the spectator places theirs to the side, and you're just going to spread your cards face up on the table. And this will reveal the single reversed card, which we can see just here, and you're going to remove this card from the pack. The spectator will now do exactly the same with their cards, just spreading them face up on the table, and this will reveal their single reversed card amongst all of the face up cards which we can see here, and they'll just remove this card from the pack. So now on the table is your randomly selected card and the spectator's randomly selected card. For the very first time, you can now reveal the identity of your card, and we can see here it is the 2 of diamonds. Reminding the spectator that from a shuffled deck in pursuit of coincidence, they followed you move for move. You can now ask them to reveal the identity of their selected card, which incredibly just happens to be the matching red 2, the 2 of hearts. A brilliant coincidence that's also super easy to perform, so stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. Now the spectator really can shuffle the cards as much as they like. It all adds to the impact. Now you're going to take the deck and spread through the cards with a view to dividing the cards up for you and the spectator. And as you do this, here's what you're going to do. You're secretly going to note the identity of the bottom card here, which we can see is the King of Clubs. You're going to take this bottom card and a few cards above it, and you're going to place these face down in front of you. You're now going to continue spreading through the cards, looking for the matching card of the bottom card, which remember was the King of Clubs. So we're looking for the other black king. And there we can see it just there, the King of Spades. And with that card located, you're going to cut the pack at this point and just place these cards face up in front of the spectator. So the bottom card of your pile is one black king, and the bottom card of the spectator's pile is the other black king. And you're now just going to continue dividing the cards up, placing them on each of the piles so that you each end up with approximately half the deck each. You don't need to be precise, the exact number doesn't actually matter. You're now going to take your pack here and casually shuffle the bottom card to the top of the pack using an overhand shuffle. So simply here, just shuffling off cards until you get to the last few cards, which you'll shuffle off individually, including the bottom card, which now becomes the top card. You'll now just ask the spectator to turn their pack over and follow you, move for move. Of course, at this point, there is now a black king on top of each of the packs. Cut about half of the pack that you're holding and just place this top half onto the table. You're then going to turn the remaining cards you're holding face up. You'll then give these cards a shuffle to show that they really are mixed, and you'll then take the top card of the table pack and just place this face down on top of the face up cards. You'll now turn this entire pack face down and place it on top of the table pack, which means your black king is now reversed somewhere in the middle. The spectator will now do exactly the same with their pack, cutting a random portion of cards to the table, shuffling the remaining cards, taking the top card from the pack and placing this face down onto the face up cards, turning this pack over and placing this on top of the table pack. The spectator can take their pack and you can take your pack in preparation for revealing the results. You can now just spread your cards face up on the table. This will reveal the single face down card just here, which you can remove and place to the side. And the spectator can now do exactly the same, spreading their cards to reveal their single face down card just here, which they can remove from the pack. And all that's left to do now is to reveal the incredible coincidence that you've somehow managed to select a matching pair of cards. In this case, the two black kings. And there you have it. Remember, learning magic isn't just about what you can do with a deck of cards. It's about what you start to believe is possible. So keep going and let this mindset carry into everything you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.